Alright, today we are going to go over homemade pizza dough, and it's going to be a whole wheat crust. And we're going to sneak some vegetables in there. So we're going to have spinach, mushroom, garlic, and onions. And we might even top off with some tomatoes if you got them. If not, it'd be totally fine without it. So let's get started on the crust. Here's what you're going to need. Alright, ingredients for the crust. You're going to need 2 cups whole wheat flour, 2 teaspoons baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 3/4 cup of water. Alright, so first we're going to put all of our dry ingredients into the mixer. So we've got our 2 cups here of the whole wheat flour. And then we're going to add in that baking powder and the salt. Just going to give it a quick little mix here. Alright, so we're going to just turn this on low to keep it mixing, and we're going to add in slowly the liquid ingredients. Here's the oil. And here's the water. I'm just going to add in a teensy bit more water. I think it needed it. All right. And there you have it. We're going to let this dough rest for about 15 to 30 minutes. In the meantime, let's make our toppings. Alright, so ingredients to go on top of your pizza. You can actually just choose whatever you like, but usually I'm cleaning out my fridge and I choose whatever I've got. So we have mushrooms, we have our spinach, we have 2 cups of our cheese. I had mozzarella, that's what I'm going to use. This is 1 whole onion chopped up, and this is 1 to 2 tablespoons of garlic. And if you have fresh garlic, then go ahead and chop that up and mince it yourself. Here's 1 whole cup of homemade pasta sauce. So that is coming in the future. Just wait for summertime. Whenever tomatoes are fresh, that video is coming. Alright, so I placed these onto the pans and they're just lightly greased, and I have our tin foil on here as well, and I'm just going to spread this out just a little bit more because we like thin crust and I want this to be a little bit better of a shape first time here. But we're going to put this into the oven just for 5 minutes and let it cook. Five minutes is up. Let's take them out. All right. So let's talk toppings. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing here, but if you are someone that struggles to get your kids to eat vegetables, pizza is a great way to do it. You can always mix in, like I'm doing right here, the spinach is a great one. Mushrooms are fantastic on a pizza. Sneak it in however you can. and put it under the cheese. So let's start with our sauce. All right, next is gonna be that garlic. Again, evenly putting on both. Don't worry, we're gonna mix it in. Take some from this guy. All right, so spread it all around. Y'all know how to make pizzas. The most tricky part is trying to get, like I said, your kids to eat the vegetables. Now, if you don't want your toppings to be the vegetables, if you think that your kids are gonna be like, ew, I still don't want spinach, well, maybe you can cook it down and put it into the sauce. That's another way that you can sneak it in there. I like to sneak in, like in our spaghetti, I'll put bell peppers, mushrooms, onions, garlic, kind of like this. And you know, you sneak it in with the pasta and kids don't care because it tastes delicious. But if you cook it into that sauce, it doesn't seem as creepy. I don't really know why kids don't like vegetables. To be honest, I got really lucky. Our 3-year-old loves vegetables and fruits, but he is really hard to get to eat anything else otherwise. So that's another story. All right, so let's get the spinach rolling. Now this is totally optional. If you don't want to do this, you do not have to. But I'm going to drizzle just a little bit of olive oil on top of my vegetables before I put the cheese. Woo. Totally optional. And if you want tomatoes, you can put tomatoes. I love them, so I'm going to put them on, but that's optional as well. Right, lastly is going to be our cheese to top it all off. Now normally if I make a homemade pizza, I like to get the big fresh mozzarella ball and I cut up big chunks. It's so much better than this, but this is all I've got in the fridge at the moment. And it's still good, y'all. It's still good. It's just not as good as it could be, you know? All right, let's put them in. All right, so after baking for 18 minutes, I'm gonna take mine out. I've just been eyeballing it. I would say around 20 minutes is probably the max with all the toppings on there. All right, I'm gonna let these rest for a couple of minutes and then I'm gonna dig in. So I hope that you give this a try. If you do, I would love it if you would take a picture, tag me in it at Whole Health with Lana, and let me know how you like it. Let me know if you change up any toppings, because then I might try your version. The crust was super easy to make, first time I've ever done it. Share with anyone that you think might enjoy this pizza as well, and once you make it, of course, share with the ones around you, and I hope you enjoy.